Hello class! Today's lesson is on environmental pollution, and at the end of today's lesson, you should be able to define air, soil and water pollution, identify various pollutants, and mention the effects of some identified pollutants. Pollution happens when our environment is contaminated by pollutants. This brings about changes that affect our normal lifestyle adversely. Pollutants are substances or forms of energy that are introduced into the environment which have undesired effects. Pollutants can come in the forms of chemical substance or forms of energy such as noise, heat, or light. There are different types of pollution. They are water pollution, air pollution, and soil pollution. Let's take a look at water pollution. Water pollution is the type of pollution that involves the contamination of any water body. Many aquatic organisms depend on water bodies and their natural features for survival. However, with some human activities comes water pollution, which adversely affects the water and the creatures that live in it. Water pollution include insecticides and herbicides, food processing waste, pollutants from livestock operations, chemical waste, and others. Now, did you know that even washing clothes in nearby streams and rivers can cause pollution? Chemicals from detergent enter the water bodies and contaminate it, making it difficult for aquatic organisms to live. Oil spill is another example of water pollution caused by chemical waste. Oil spill in the marine ecosystem happens due to the leakages of petroleum onto the surface of the large body of water. This damages the ecosystem and causes problems for all the organisms in that environment. Now, let's take a look at air pollution. The contamination of the air present in the atmosphere is known as air pollution. Respiration is an important life process in all living things, so if the air around us is contaminated, it would have negative effects on us. Some of the most notable air pollutants include sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide, and volatile organic compounds, VOCs. Now, did you know that burning trash also contributes to air pollution? Carbon monoxide is released every time you burn things outside. Many of these pollutants are released from cars, planes, trucks, the manufacturing industry, amongst others. The final type of pollution we'll talk about in this lesson is soil pollution. Stripping the soil of its natural fertility by using artificial chemicals like pesticides, insecticides, or ripening agent is known as soil pollution. Plants depend on the nutrients present in the soil, but using chemicals on the soil contaminates it and causes plants to absorb these chemicals. Ultimately, these plants become unhealthy for humans and animals to consume. Furthermore, plant roots help to hold the soil together firmly. So when plants can grow properly, the soil becomes loose, which leads to soil erosion. And with that, we have come to the end of today's lesson. Today, we learned how to define air pollution, water pollution, and soil pollution. We also identified some pollutants and listed activities that cause pollution. Finally, we identified some effects of pollution on air, soil, water, and the organisms that depend on them. See you in the next lesson.